chased by bears
to the bank factory.
well.
Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I'm just gonna be, providing my commentary to the live stream highlights that I uploaded last night. I am a bit tired. I didn't sleep that great after I got done editing and all that, but I hope that doesn't have too much of an effect on the video. Anyway, she was just awful. She was just awful the whole stream, basically. Just lying the whole time, bringing up Casey for no reason, being awful. Oh, we have a new diagnosis to add to the chart, the list. Anyway, let's just get into it, huh?
Darn it. Dylan, I did go to the ER. Yes. I wasn't gonna go, and my mom was just like, "It's okay, let's go, please. Like, I'm worried about you." And then I was like getting scared because people were like messaging me about blood clots, and I'm like, what is life right now? Sorry, I have like Twinkie fur all over me. Is it cellulitis? No, it's not the cellulitis. So I went to the ER and they did all the tests. They did all the tests, like every test you can think of. I felt like that. And turns out it's not a blood clot. And I was like, thank God. I was very worried about that. My mom was worried about that, obviously. So it's not a blood clot. It just seems like it would be easy for me to get one. Okay. Um, in the X-ray though, because they took an X-ray of my pelvis, hip, thigh, leg, knee area, and I have arthritis. I was like,
There it is. There's our new diagnosis and our new excuse as to why she can't do anything. And like, who could have seen this coming also with all the wear and tear on her joints?
oh, that's not what's causing the pain, but it's something they found in trying to figure out the pain. I'm genuinely not surprised. But the pain is still there. They don't know what it is. I'm not as worried because like genuinely they were not concerned. There's no blood clot. That could be like the worst of the worst. And fine. But I'm glad that I went because blood clots are no joke. I do have a regular doctor, but things like that like get scheduled out for like 2 weeks, and then it's like, what if it is something really bad? In cases like that, because my doctor knows that I have an elevated D dimer, so he specifically even tells me if I ever have issues or worries of a blood clot, go straight to the ER because I do have an elevated D dimer.
I don't know. Listen, like I live in the US and healthcare sucks here and I don't know anything about the medical system. But again, I just include these things because you guys do, and there's almost always an inconsistency with whatever she's saying every time she talks about medical stuff. So,
I know a lot of people my age with arthritis, actually. No, not a wheelchair era. No way. Absolutely not. Like when they were gonna take me to go, which part was it? It was the X-ray part. They had a wheelchair, and I said, "Nah, I got this. I can walk." But I can't talk. Someone said Trisha is so shady. I disagree.
like that part with the wheelchair thing, like I got a comment from someone explaining that to go to like these labs and stuff, you like have to be in a chair so that you don't fall and there's no liability on them. But see, I like I haven't had an X-ray since I was a teenager, so I don't remember.
Spaghetti. I disagree.
Okay, she's not evil, and I don't even think she's like that fat. But I get compared a lot to like There's an influence.
I should have included the little bit before this. I'm sorry I didn't, but they were like asking like who like comparisons of themselves to like evil versions.
Amberlynn Reid. Do you know her?
Mm-mm.
People are like, yeah, they compare me to her, and I don't think it's an insult. She's way younger than me, whatever. But I think
She's like 2 years younger than you, Trisha. Come on.
she might, I don't know the lore. She might be like a cheater. She might cheat on her relationships with her girlfriends and stuff like that. So I think she's maybe not like a great person. So like I don't love that comparison sometimes. I don't know. I honestly like I get it a lot. I think she's sweet. She's always trying to lose weight, as a my girl. But I think there's like lore to her that she's like not maybe nice to her girlfriends.
Oh, okay.
So then I don't love that comparison. You know what I
see.
mean? That's the only thing I could think of. I'm trying to think of like, or who would you not want to be compared to that has glasses?
Ew.
Who's an evil with glasses?
Who's evil in?
Right, like who's an evil with glasses? So they were like just saying like who's a fat evil basically that Trisha could be compared to. And Amber was brought up. And I personally don't think the only comparison that can be made between them is the compulsive lying. I feel. It's the compulsive lying. They're both women. They're both had weight issues, I guess. And they've both been on the internet for like over 10 years. So there's this plethora of content to go back and, comb through.
Gay.
I mean,
Oh, then also I kept that last part in because, like, who's evil and gay?
when you hear thousands and thousands of people say Amberlynn has cheated on her partners, you're gonna assume that's true. Last time I cheated, I was
We have evidence. It's not just people saying it, there's evidence. Clear cut.
17 years old. I was in high school. I'm now 34. A lot of people have this whole conspiracy that I cheated on Crystal with Destiny. Absolutely not. Me and Crystal broke up April 1st. Crystal was already on the dating apps on April 1st. Long story. And I think it took me about 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks later that I finally downloaded a dating app. And then it was probably like a week after that. So it was like a month after Crystal and I broke up that I even met Destiny on a dating app. So not real. But yeah, I don't think Twitter was being mean either. She even said that I was sweet.
Yeah, no. Pretty sure that's not true. I'm very certain because I had watched all of Destiny's when she came back to YouTube. I forget what year it was, but when she came back, Amber was with Feline at the time, and she released like 3 videos or something. Yeah, I like watched through all those recently to get a bunch of clips, like right when I started my channel, and I'm very certain that Destiny admitted that they were talking way before Amber said. Okay, so I did go back and I found a clip of Destiny giving like a rough timeline based on what she remembers of when she and Amberlynn started talking slash like getting kind of flirty. But the thing is I don't know when Amber and Crystal broke up. I'm not sure. So, but I'm going to include this clip anyway, so you guys can get a little bit of the context, and then if any of you knows like when Amber and Crystal broke up, or if this confirms that Amber was cheating on Crystal with Destiny, like please let me know.
Then like the end of April, beginning of May, which the relationship I was in for a long time, like I said, but you can see Carter. Yeah. We were young and in love, so that's that. But I don't know. I guess I was scared to kind of leave her, and I didn't know what Amberlynn's intentions were. And I'm gonna kind of make myself look bad here, but I did essentially cheat on the girl I was with Amberlynn. So I feel like karma caught up to me. Don't worry about it. So, but I break up with her sometime the end of April, beginning of May. So then after that, but I wasn't then. So then after all that said and done, we're broken up. I start to pursue a relationship with Amberlynn. Then she's living in Virginia at the time with Crystal. I don't think they had been broken up very long, but and she didn't have to leave Crystal's.
But that's what she does. She has people on the back burner. It's emotional cheating. It's still cheating, but she just has all these people like, well, she used to. She can't get as many now. Case in point, she had to stick along with married women and people like Danielle who won't commit to her at all.
She has always said, she's even said in her Patreon that she gets compared to me all the time. And I get compared to her all the time. And I genuinely think it's just because we're BPD sisters. Not gonna lie.
No, you're not. You're just not. Also, you are so much worse than Trisha. So much worse. I like stacking up every scandal that Trisha's ever had. It is a lot. And I'm still like, I used to be a big fan of Trisha's. I used to love her, but you know, there's just too much at this point. There's just too much that she still has not addressed. She has not. She likes to say that she has, but like, she hasn't. But even all that said, Trisha's still way better. Way better than this.
I understand believing thousands and thousands of people. I thoroughly get it. I've done it myself. And then I've later found out the truth where I'm like, oh, so that wasn't true. I fully understand. So I can't like get mad at Trisha for it. I can't feel like, I don't feel like it was shade. I don't feel like it was mean. I don't feel like anything. I hated how she treated Hila and Ethan, like calling Hila like a bitch and all that stuff. Like I was like vocal about like how rude that was and how horrible that was. So we both said things. We both said nice things about each other. I didn't think it was shade. I didn't think it was mean. It was what it was type deals, you know? Oh my God, one of the people at the emergency room, the person who
There was one thing I will say about that, there was a lot of shit on both sides of that whole, because like I have my frenemies hoodies still. I loved frenemies. But there was a lot of shit on both sides of that, with Ethan and Trisha both doing stuff, and then Moses was the instigator of that whole thing going downhill anyway. So
has to like take you to, because I'm telling you, to get to the ultrasound, it was a maze. There was an elevator, there was rooms and turns and this and that. Was actually a subscriber and literally was fangirling so hard, and they were even saying it, and it was such a vibe. And they seemed like someone that I would like hang out with. Like you could totally tell they're a lesbian, like the whole nine. Like someone I would literally hang out with. So if you're watching this, hi, message me on Instagram. We can hang out and be friends. Like, oh my God, it was like I genuinely was like, okay, this is making my anxiety feel better. Like I live for that.
Oh, shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you. Oh, yeah, yeah.
just like, if you don't know what that clip is, it's Wendy Williams. I just didn't want to use like the actual clip because I was scared of getting copyrighted.
To do with me having arthritis. I mean,
That photo, when I first saw that photo of Amberlynn, I was crying laughing. Crying laughing.
makes sense. Wear and tear, folks. Wear and tear. So like, I have to be more scared of not taking it than taking it. I can't. I know some things are so fucking irrational, and this is one of them. Me taking that blood pressure medicine is so irrational and crazy, but I'm like terrified. I would rather do anything else in the whole entire world. But for
She's so stupid for this. I cannot stand her when she goes off on this like dumbass pill thing. Because we know it's not true. She'll take stuff. She has taken plenty of stuff back from, like, we've seen it in the Big Cherry retro reacts from the ankle. She's taken so many things, like, without qualm or question or whatever. It's fine. It's not that. She just plays up this fucking anxiety just to try to make people feel bad for her, whatever. Like, girl, do not. You'll sit here and drink Buzzballs and smoke Delta 8 and get fucking vape pens and do all that, but you won't take a blood pressure medication. Shut up. Shut your foul mouth.
some reason, I am so scared to take
No,
that
you're
medicine.
not.
But
Why are you smiling?
they did my blood pressure today, and I was like, that's a little scary. Yeah, Marigold. I was like stroke level. I was stroke level today. Like it was stroke level. And I looked at that and I said, an instantly anxiety, instant heart beating fast, instant like I need to get my shit together.
But cancer didn't do it. Having cancer didn't do it, though. I really doubt it. I don't know. I think she's gonna start going wonky-eyed like Chantal.
Like it really was really sad to see. You had to move and walk in the hallway more than you do all week. That's not true, Catnip. You don't know my life. Do you have cameras in here?
Girl. How many, like, eyewitness accounts do we need before it's, like, proven beyond a reasonable doubt? How many, like, witnesses do we need? Like, if this was a court of law, we would have, like, 7 witnesses to report that you, in fact, do nothing all day. So, like, you... I don't know. I'm fucking tired. Leave me alone.
Like you literally don't know my life, love. So don't assume. And my blood pressure was actually high when I
Nobody's assuming, love. Ew. Even just to say that feels fucking gross.
first got to the hospital, where you literally just walk in a room. It's but 5 feet from the entrance. Yeah. So that's
I like how she says all this in, like, in an effort to salvage her, like, her self-image and try to prove that she's not a lazy sack of shit. But in doing so, she just... Oh, her blood pressure gets that high just for moving 5 feet. Okay, so you prove the point even more by explaining yourself further, you dumbass.
not true. Put it in her mouth, and I like took it from her mouth with my mouth, and then it became like a thing that we always did. Someone saying I sound drunk
I'm not giving you context for that. You're not getting it.
instantly gave me anxiety because it made me think, oh my God, am I like having a stroke? Like, just out of respect, don't say those things to me, please. Please, please, please. So I was thinking I was gonna start doing like what I ate today in a calorie deficit for TikToks. And then I was like, what's the point of posting on TikTok when I could just post it on the YouTubes where that's my actual job? Because
I used to watch Karina Kaboom a lot. I think she was maybe one of the first reaction channels I started like watching on the regular. And that was a point that she would make constantly.
TikTok's not. I don't get paid for TikTok. The only way you can get paid on there is through PayPal, and I'm banned on PayPal. So remember when I had my earring business? Haters reported me because it started with people just paying me on PayPal. Um, yeah, the haters really do suck. I will say
And that's all she said about that. And granted, I was not here to witness the earring business scandal, nor do I know too many details, but it's the way that I am so sure that I have heard that she just wasn't fulfilling the orders because she was lazy. Like she would get them and then she would promise that she would be sending them out and keep promising, 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 but just like never actually doing the work to pack them up and send them out. And then when she would send them out, she was sending them unwashed. Like she would not wash these earrings before she sent them. So, oh God. Ew. But yeah, it goes to show that all she said was like, haters reported me. Yep, they're terrible. Like, girl, people don't just forget this stuff. Okay, I heard it like one time and I did not forget it because it was that fucking wild.
that. Ruth, hello, welcome to Stream Queens Mini. Oh my God, it was so nice meeting you today. Oh, it's you. I don't know why. Hello, I'm pretty awkward in person. No, you know what? I'm not that awkward. Like you made it easier for me today because I was so anxious. And then meeting that guy that you work with, who was also super nice. Like it was everything. It was great meeting you guys. Go on financial audit with Caleb Hammer. Thank you for the super chat.
Yes, yes. I wish she fucking would. I love financial audit. I don't love Caleb Hammer. He's kind of a dick. And he interrupts a lot. But I love financial audit. I would absolutely just live to see her finances get absolutely combed through. And Caleb does not let people just like make excuses and slither out of the thing and not answer questions. He doesn't. It would be an absolute joy. An absolute joy. I love that show. I mean, like, I don't need to shout out that show. It's like one of the biggest, like, shows on YouTube, I feel like.
I don't know what any of that means. I genuinely don't. What I was thinking about doing is still doing my lives, so that's important to me. But every day film, even if it's a minute fucking long, I don't care. It could be 30 seconds long, a minute long, 20 minutes long. Who the hell cares? But do daily what I ate today videos of me on my calorie deficit journey because I have to do it, folks. Because if I don't do it now, sorry, I just looked over at my Legos and I just got really excited. I'll weigh in right now if I get $500.
This is such a goofy freeze frame. But she's so, like, silly. And that's, like, literally what she's doing in the Jade Era Retro Reacts right now is counting calories and still gaining 20 pounds because it's the holidays.
So, what do you guys think about the what I ate today videos?
Why did her hair just, like... Was I just, like, not paying attention until, like, right now? Her hair, like, suddenly looks nasty.
On my calorie deficit journey. I don't know who Rachel is, but thanks. She must have been reading really old poetry because poetry that I wrote like a decade ago is online and I was bad. I mean, not a decade ago. A decade ago is when I put it online, but when I actually wrote it was 14 years ago, 13 years ago. But you know what? Some of it I did write like 8 years ago, but new
Yeah, we know.
poetry, different vibe, honey. Different vibe, honey.
She, like, there's no... I responded to a comment earlier. Like, there's on the other video. There's absolutely no way she doesn't know who Rachel is. There's absolutely no fucking way. No way. Especially not now. Not now that she's bringing up Rain and Petals again. And she's going to say a nasty little comment about Casey soon. And I'm very sure that Rain and Petals getting brought up again is why.
If she wants to read that, I can send it to her. I don't know who Rachel is, but I can send it to her. Romeo's really good. His vet appointment to get fixed is coming up, and I'm feeling really sad about it. I'm feeling really sad about it. Like I hate doing things that like disrupt their mentals.
And of course, my fur babies are coming with me. So I have this for the cats. This is actually what they traveled in to get from Kentucky to Oklahoma. So hopefully they'll smell it and recognize it. So I got them both in there, and it's honestly the saddest thing in the world. Like, I hate it so much. For some reason, Rarity is freaking out, but Wasabi is like calm as a cucumber in there.
But I'm saying.
And then, okay. I didn't point this out in the highlights, but, and I'm not sure if anyone else, like, pointed this out either, but he clearly was not. He clearly, like, as soon as Rarity moved over to the other side to scratch at it, he came to this corner here, and also started to scratch at it.
But Wasabi is like calm
Watch.
as a cucumber in there.
But I'm
See, there he
standing here
goes. He was gonna, like, go over there and try to get out as well. Just because he wasn't meowing. You know, like, I don't know.
with Tweaky, and the cats are in the back at like a perfect spot. Rarity is meowing so much, but Wasabi has not made a single noise. I hope he's okay. I'm almost more worried for his silence versus Rarity's like talking. I don't know, but it seems
And yet she does not get out to go check on them.
like whenever I start talking, Rarity will stop meowing. Like, she stopped, and she hasn't stopped like literally this whole time. My sweet little baby. My mom stopped again in Iowa.
So you've just been sitting there in silence staring at your phone until now, basically, is what I'm hearing.
I needed a water, and stepdad needed some. Would you get him ibuprofen?
Yeah.
He has like a headache moment.
And by the way, during the traveling, this whole thing spilled all over my bag. I got it all cleaned up, thankfully, but that's very sad because this was full.
Like I don't
Okay, and in case it isn't, like, obvious why I left in the clip about her dad getting ibuprofen, it's because that bottle of perfume spilled all over the back, and it gave him a headache because it stunk so bad. And she made her animals still stay back there. And you know that cats and dogs' sense of smell is so much more sensitive than ours. So she made them sit back there with a bag full of perfume just out and about, and it was so bad that it gave her stepdad a headache. So what do you think it was doing to the cats, to the animals? Absolutely disgusting.
want them. I don't like when my fur babies feel scared, confused, nervous, and pain. But it
Shut your disgusting mouth. Shut your disgusting, unbrushed, unwashed, nasty little mouth.
has to happen, you know? Has to happen.
No, it doesn't. It does, like, I get the spaying has to happen, but she just, like, and you're nasty. This must be just full of dry shampoo. This must be unwashed for, like, a week and a half. Absolutely disgusting.
And
It had to happen. Rarity just had to get lost.
oh, I'm gonna be a bitch back. Is that bad? I don't know. My brain isn't fully developed.
Except you start these things by being a bitch, and then someone retaliates, and you're like, "Oh my god! Well, now I have to be mean back to you. You know that, right?"
Yeah, I have brain deformities.
Why is it like such a classic narc thing that they can always dish it but can't take it?
They ain't ready for Tipsy Lynn. I have not drank in months.
I always try to, like, point out important chats if I don't just throw them directly up onto the screen. There was several super chats about asking why did Amber lie about being a drug baby, and she is just still ignoring it all. And this point is, like, just to highlight how she read a chat directly above it and below this super chat. She completely ignored it.
With how my
There's no way she didn't see it. Absolutely no way.
blood pressure is, I don't think drinking would ever be a good thing for me at this point. Tipsyland is a great on the farms. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I love a good hike.
I don't like there wasn't any context to that. I didn't see the chat she was responding to. I have no idea.
My blood pressure medicine tomorrow, but I need to be in the surrounding of somebody. I need to call a friend while I first take it, or I'm not going to take it. Like it's that simple. You verbally abuse a 13-year-old and you don't care. Oh my god, here we go. I don't care. You know what? I don't fucking care. It's like
Yeah, and that's I mean her stream's about to crap out for the first time. Well, the only time really. But she answered another super chat in between the lying accusations about her swearing at a 13-year-old and not caring.
get the fuck out of my chat. What happened? I have no earthly idea. I am. Oh my god, if I say one more time. You can be skinny and eat fast food. You can lose weight and eat fast food. Fast food ain't the culprit. It's the calorie deficit. Someone said
I mean, like, the only thing she said that was correct at all in this stream is, like, yes, it is the calorie deficit that makes you lose weight. But the thing is about these girls, about her and Foodie, is you can't, like, especially with her and Foodie, they just completely ignore, like, their macros and micros in favor of calorie deficit. Not saying I didn't used to do the same thing, I did. But, like, when they've got like one foot in the grave basically, you cannot afford to be like ignoring your salt intake, for example, or your sugar intake, for example. Like you have to focus on more than just calories in, calories out. Well, they do, not you guys, they do.
fast food gives me the squirts now, and the word squirt just reminded me of something that I do not want to talk about.
I'm so sorry. It's so nasty, but I'm so sure that that's what she was talking about. I'm so sure that this is what she was referencing. Is like being nasty with Emily.
Oh. And it reminds me of
Especially with what she says later about, you'll see.
like a 19-year-old guy who like sits in his mom's basement, just like miserable. Miserable. No job, like sweaty. Oh, smells like Famunda cheese.
Right, and the only difference between like what she just described and her is she didn't live in like her mom's basement. That's the only difference.
Stop with the Sia right now. You made a lot of people mad last time because when you said Sia, I said fuck it, Sia. Like
that is not Window making people mad. That's you making people mad. She cannot take accountability like literally ever.
Window, have you been in the Kiwi Farms? Because he a big guy. I need me a big boy. A big boy. Sorry. I can't with Tammy. I can't. Like, she's literally out here trying to dox me too, and it's like so illegal.
I was like screaming when I saw that on live. Like screaming ew, obviously. I even Corky was like, Amber with peace and love, what the hell was that? And then something about her aunt trying to dox her. I don't think so. I think it's because people were asking about her apartment. I don't think that's doxing her. But even so, okay, I finally got around to watching that Studio Deets video that a commenter had recommended to me. Where she covered, there was like a first live stream where Tammy was in the chat on YouNow, like forever ago. And Amber was trying to dox one of the places that her aunt worked at in that live stream. So no one fucking cares, Amber. No one cares. You get what you deserve.
Illegal. Thank you so much for the super chat. It means a lot to me. Do I like swimming? I do, but it creeps me out now. I used to swim so much as a little girl. I don't even want
And she never says why it creeps her out. She's just a fucking weirdo about it. Just another excuse not to move.
Want to confess this? This is gonna be so okay. I'm about to confess something. I don't even want to confess it out loud. So I saw someone today that I thought, in my past life, I would have been like, wow, they're cute. I immediately thought of Emily, right? And I was like, wait, that person isn't cute at all. Because it's like, Emily is so fucking hot. I'm just gonna be 100%, I'm gonna be hundo right now. No, just because I'm saying this, I'm not dating Emily. I'm not with Emily. We're not in a relationship.
Yes, they are. They are 100% still dating. Like, listen to her.
Well, God, I'm just letting everyone know that that girl's fire. Like, mm. And now I'm going to sit here and be comparing every single person in the future if I ever decide to, you know, if I ever, it just sucks because no one's ever going to compare. I don't know. She's fine as fuck. And I can say that. I'm allowed to say that. I don't give a fuck because I'm sure I'm still hot to her too. Oh, I'm so annoying.
Yes. That's another, like, true thing that she said during the whole live stream. Because I am just so thoroughly disgusted right now.
Absorb that. Absorb that. Absorb. Okay. What is pegged? Well, I was supposed to go on lolcow tech talk, but like they haven't talked to me about it. It was supposed to be this week, so I'm just like not in it to win it right now.
Okay, in the Jade Retro Reacts, I don't think it's posted yet. I don't think I've even edited it yet. Fuck. But she says, like, I'm not in it to win it right now, like, a lot. She said it back then, and I was like, wait, didn't she say that in a recent live stream? And I think she did. I think she said it in, like, either the last one or the one before that, in reference to her, like, YouTube. She always says, I'm not in it to win it, in terms, when she's, like, not doing something by her own choice. So I found it, like, interesting that she says it here on the lolcow thing, even though they supposedly are the ones who just haven't talked to her about it.
Stop, you guys. I'm sexually frustrated.
Okay. I know it's nasty. Once again, I was screaming ew when I heard that live, but you remember that squirting comment with the photo earlier? I really genuinely think someone mentioned squirting in terms of, like, diarrhea, and she really thought about Emily and, like, their yep.
What do you want to know about those the dance group? Your aunt said you weren't important to space. My aunt is the dumbest human being I've ever known. My aunt knew nothing about the time I was in a space group when I was 10 or 11 years old. She knows nothing.
She might have talked to, like, people who had, like, I forget who had care of her at that time. Amber might have told Tammy this herself as well. We don't know.
Holy. Ugh. The nurse comes in with a cup. The doctor wants to see if you're pregnant. Immediately, I say, I'm a lesbian. And then my mom, like right as I was saying that, she was like, she had a hysterectomy. I forgot that I had a full hysterectomy, and I was more focused on the fact that I'm a lesbian. Did you ever wish you had talent? I do. I know how to pay upwards to like 40 people's rent. I am the literal moneymaker of girl world. Now that's a fuck.
I don't see how this is a talent. I don't. I don't see how this proves that you have any sort of, like, proficiency in a skill of any kind. Not, like, saying it's not true that she technically doesn't do that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I don't see how this proves any mark of said proficiency in a skill. You know, I don't see how that's a talent.
Talent. All by literally just being boring as fuck. So
And no, you're just a train wreck who lies constantly and has seemingly no idea how people could just, like, remember what you've said before.
that's mean. Thanks. Can you say one good trait of each of your exes? Yeah, actually I could, but does anyone really care? Does anyone really care? All right, we're gonna start
And then people said, yeah, we do care. So she goes, I guess we'll do it then.
with Crystal because I'm not gonna say a single good thing about Casey point blank here.
Like, why do you keep bringing him up? Why can't you just shut your fucking mouth about it? Huh? You've already admitted that what you said in your accusation video didn't happen.
Okay, so we're supposed to say good qualities. Crystal, genuine, good soul, like genuine. But who was I with next? Okay, next would be Destiny. Good quality about Destiny. Destiny likes to
And then she sits here and pretends like she can't think of anything.
the fact that Destiny, okay, good quality about Destiny, that she wants to be a parent. And I feel like she would be a good parent. That's good quality. Who's next? Who'd I date next? Beck. Beck, good quality, very family oriented. Like family
Also, like, what is with the, like, pretending she can't remember, like, the order of people that she dated in? Like, did she really just have, like, that many extra people on the side that she can't remember? Like, the true order of her partners, quote unquote?
comes first, number one, and I admire that. Who's next? Celine. Celine, good quality, hardworking, the most hardworking. Yeah, hardworking, 100%. After I dated Celine, it was Erica. Erica, it is the determination. Like like Erica would every single day, like had the same routine, literally lifted weights, the same breakfast, like everything, just like very, just like determined. Is there another word for that? Who was after? Erica wasn't lying. You want to know what Erica would do? Erica literally, so she would post all of her gym stuff. Oh, transcript. Okay. She would post all of her gym stuff onto her like workout Instagram thing. So she would film the whole entire time at the gym, which was sometimes an hour, sometimes two. And then she would send it to me and make me watch it on YouTube, which I enjoyed it because like
I don't think that's true. I don't think she made Amber do anything.
obviously like hi, we were in a relationship. Like I'd love to stare at you. I mean, she really did do that thing. Like I was part of her morning routine. And make sure you guys let Jordy know that my leg just was in the frame. He's really obsessed with my body. Jordy like secretly has a thing for my legs, and that's fine. But like the way that he scopes them out, talk about obsession, talk about desire. Hello, hello.
I don't understand, like, the delusion. She has to know what she's saying isn't true. It's only a big deal because you go out of your way to hide them. Because you go out of your way to, like, because you clearly don't wash and you get cellulitis all the time, and there's clearly fucking something going on there that you will not be transparent about. Not that she, like, necessarily has to, but the fact that she's just lied about it so much, that's what brings attention to it. That's why people now care, is because you've just lied about them so much.
Creep. Creep. He's great.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be sitting here pantsless on the couch and flashing people if you don't want people to fucking look at it, Amberlynn. Jesus Christ, you know how to put pants on. You can get dressed before you turn the camera on.
He needs some more sun. We can go frolic together. Like I might be slower than him, but I'm better than him.
And that's so genuinely how she feels. She really thinks that she is better than everyone else. She really does. You disrespectful pieces of shit. I am so much better than all of you. Like, at what? With what? Why? Can say because you don't sit around, like, what, hating on people all day, but, like, you hate yourself.
Tammy is posting her text. I don't care. Oh my.
Yeah, that response really gives I don't care. Okay. Yeah, you sure you don't care at all. You're laughing because you don't care that much. Okay, yeah. Sure, we totally believe you.
Oh, address the dickless man comment on Discord. Wait, I'm living.
This part this part is crazy. Listen to how she goes and tries to explain how this wasn't transphobic.
The side of the internet would not understand. The side of the internet would not understand. She said she was fingered by a dickless man. This is how I know you guys don't understand.
Like she's so dumb. I cannot believe like she's like comes up with this excuse and really thinks that anyone's gonna like be here for it.
Oh my god. I wasn't being transphobic. Okay, I guess now I can explain it because now it wants to be turned into a transphobic thing. Okay, there is Sweet Tea, who is on Lolcow Tech Talk. Sweet Tea is a girl who said when she was younger, she was in a relationship, who she cheated on her boyfriend because she was fingered by a guy who got his penis cut off by a machine. It was an accident. He is not transgender, nothing like that. So no, that's not transphobic. It was a joke because I was supposed to be interviewed by Sweet Tea, and I was making a joke, and I said me and Sweet Tea have a lot of things in common.
Right. Exactly. Amberlynn.
Was also fingered by a dickless man. It was supposed to be.
That's the part that people don't like because the comparison. But she's gonna go on to insist that, oh, she's making a comment about the other guy that she mentioned first. Like, no, that's not at all what it was. Are you like really this dumb?
A pun, a joke. It was supposed to be funny. It was nothing because that's never happened to me. So there was nothing transphobic about that. God, people are so dumb. But the reason why me and her have a lot in common is because she has a lot of emotions. That was like the number one thing, like a lot of emotions. So yeah, I get it. That's
Yeah, no, you don't. You're just walking back now because you realize what you said and how it doesn't, at all, like, exonerate you from being transphobic.
funny. It is funny. Like if you're part of that community, then it's funny. Like people were laughing. If you're part of that community, they were all laughing.
It really isn't funny.
Like I'm not transphobic at all. People just like to reach. It was about an actual man who is a man. He just.
I think it's incredibly transphobic to accuse a trans person of essaying you when they didn't. Because I'm so sure part of the reason she did that is because she knows the stigma around trans people already.
Had his penis cut off in a tragic accident years
That's not what your comment was about, though. It wasn't about that, but she really, really tries to make it about that.
ago, probably like a decade ago plus. It was just literally a joke. Stinky pigtails. It wasn't about the accident. It was about the fact that it became a very big story in the lolcow universe about Sweet Tea being fingered by a dickless man who then she thought that that wasn't considered cheating because she was just being fingered. It was not about the tragedy. It was about her. You guys turned something.
No, it was about you making the comparison between her and you and Casey. Like, you can, like, there's no getting around that. No matter how you try to spin it, there's no getting around it.
That's like not bad into something that is bad.
And, like, it's just, again, like, why are you talking about Casey? Why can't you just leave him alone? Haven't you done enough?
But sometimes people troll so hard that people start to believe that I'm actually transphobic. And I'm like, how easy it is for me to just be like, bye, see you guys later.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end. Because she told this bullshit story, her excuse obviously didn't work. Her brain is like the TikTok brain rot. We can like see it deforming her like in real time. Her brain isn't deformed from whatever the fuck else she tries to claim, even though that's not how BPD works. It's TikTok rotted. She just has brain rot. Like, is it cognitive decline or is it just the live stream? Is this just the nature of live streams where she can't like articulate a better lie? Although, I don't know how she was ever supposed to explain that joke, quote unquote. Again, keep in mind, earlier in the stream, someone else was making a joke, and she was like, I'm not laughing. It's not funny. Anyway, I'm gonna let the outro play. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see all of you tomorrow.